Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting video. So this is our big launch week. If you've been paying attention for something we've been working on for months and months, we've been in the casino lab and we call it the fortune formula. So if you haven't seen the introductory video on what it's about, the games that it can be played with and all the stuff and the background as to what it is, go back to the Tuesday video, and it is a long video, but it explains. I thought that it was important to give you guys a background as to what it is, what it isn't, how it works, and everything else, and how our private teams are using the fortune formula and the spreadsheets that were custom made that we use either while we play online with the one that you're seeing in front of you right now, or the Google Sheets that we use on our phone to play for electronic roulette and bubble craps and baccarat, stadium baccarat. All right, so I did a video showing you a very basic kind of just looking at the spreadsheet. We're not going into detail. What you get with the system is a ton of tutorial videos that gives you the nitty-gritty, all the flexibility that we built in. And what we're really doing that I can't show you on the video, and I've cut off to the right side, which is the actual fortune formula matrix, the core, and how we have multiple ways of using the matrix. We did not build the matrix. That is not us. We took it, tweaked it, and made it into something that now has massive flexibility and the use of it inside of the spreadsheets. We use it with our own bet selections as well as the built-in bet selection, which is really simple. So for purposes of this demo, I'm just showing you a little bit of look and feel on the roulette version. So I set this as a unit value of $1 or 1 unit. You can set this for whatever you want, right? And we're using one of our two types of grids. We're using an 11 grid. And you'll understand all that once you're into the fortune formula tutorial videos. So now here are, the fortune formula is made for even money bets. In roulette, we have 3 even money bets: red, black, even, odd, and the high-low, right? We can use this to play one of these by itself, like we did with the baccarat last time in the last video. But even better, and you're going to understand why, and you're going to learn about this in the course, is how we create something from my days trading, which is called a basket, or I call it the basket trading formula. It's kind of something we've stolen from hedge funds and things like that. And the way that we do it is we use 2 or 3 of these at once. Now you do need a bigger bankroll, of course, to play multiple ones. So we're just going to play the first 2, red and black, even, odd, and we're not going to play the high-low. So the way it works is we just have to put a 0 in there. And now it's not going to trigger us into the high-low bets. We have no bets right now. Right? Yet. There's no bets right now because the first thing we have to do is put whatever number came up. So let's say it's an 8 that comes up because we need a trigger. And now you see that we're putting, here's our bet, right? We're betting 1 unit, right? On red or black or even or odd. And it tells us right here we're betting on black and even. It's really simple, guys. You can't screw this up. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I had a buddy take a snapshot of the board, a couple of boards actually, from Vegas last night at the Durango. So I have no idea how this is going to play out or anything else. We're just going to put these in because that's all I'm showing you is how this works, right? How this works. So here we go. So the next number, right? We're betting on black and we're betting on even. That's all you got to do, right? For whatever it tells you to bet here. And these are not going to be the same. These are independent matrices, the calculations that are done, right? These could be different. So now what we're going to bet is 1 unit on black, 1 unit on even, and what ends up happening is we end up getting a 7 is the next result. I'm looking at my phone where he gave me the things, right? And now it's telling us there's a no bet for both. Okay, a no bet. So we're going to take a virtual spin and we're going to put in whatever the spin is, which happens to be a 6, right? And now it's telling us to bet on black and even again for 1 unit each. And by the way, you see this, right? You always know what your net cash is and your net units. Net, and this is a big key for the system, is what you're down and up for both of these independent bets at any time, right at that current moment. You could be winning here, you know, on your R&B bets and losing here, but we're interested in the net of the two. Okay? The net of the two. And here's the individual, just so you can see, right? For each one if you cared. All right, so we're betting on black and even again, right? Black and even, and the next result is a 12. All right? So we're back on a no bet on the red black, but we're making a 3 unit bet on the even, and we're still down 2 units here as a net, right? So no bet here, but we're betting on even now, right? On even, and we do win because it's a 14, all right? And that triggers us back into a red-black bet. So now we're up 1 unit total, cumulative, basket, and we're betting 2 units on red and 4 units on even. That's all you got to look at, guys, this right here, right? And what do we get? We get a 16, right? So now we're up 7 units total. We're betting 3 units on red, black, and we're betting 4 units, in this case $4, because we have it set to $1 each, on even, right? And what comes up? 17. That's a loser, right? 17 is a black number and it's not even. So what does that do? It just tells us what to do next. Now we're back to break even on our net cash and our net units. And we're betting on red and even. Red and even, right? And the next number is a 34. And I believe that's a red and an even, right? Now we're up 6 units. You can quit here if you want. However, the fortune formula has a built-in matrix. That's what we're doing. Completely different for both of these, or whichever ones you select, that are independent. Your journey is independent on each one of these based on the wins and losses and how you're moving. And that's all explained in the videos. We're not going into that here. We're just showing you how this thing works. You could quit right now with a net cash of 6 and restart. And close this session off. But we're not going to do that. So let's keep going. So now we're betting 4 units on red and 5 units on even. Right? So what happens now? We get it. Let's take a look at my phone at 18. All right. What did that do? We're up 15 units now. 15 units. Our next bet is a 5 on red and a 4 on even. And this is how you're doing for the individual ones, by the way, if you care. Right? So we're betting on red again and even for these amounts. And we get a 3. Okay. That's a loss. Well, one of them was a loss, right? Hold on. I don't remember what we were betting last time. But whatever it is, that's where we're at. We're now betting 6 units on red, 6 units on even. Okay? And we know that the way it works is we're usually trying to get out of this thing around 20 units. That's our goal for the most part. All right? So now we're on red and even. Okay? And this can change to black and odd at any time. Or whatever. Any combination. These are completely independent calculations. So we're on red and even. And a 7 comes up. And these are our 2 new bets. We're still on red and even for 5 units and 7 units. We're at 16, right? 16. And And here we go. Oh, and when a 0 or a double 0 comes up, you just put 0, even for double 0. So there was a 0 there. And now we're down to 4. It took us down, right? Because the 0 is going to be a loser for these. So here's what you're betting now. 3 units on red, 7 units on even. And we haven't really seen this switch much, right? We haven't seen this switch much. But it could at any time, all right? Depending on the pathway that you take, all right? So here we go, red and even. And our next number is a 13. And that's not red or even. So now we're at a -6, cumulative. We're still betting red and even. We're at 5 units and 9 units now. And we get 36. Our next bet is 2 units on red still. 8 is on even. And we are back to 8 unit profit. Right? 8 unit profit. We get an 8. Right? An 8. We're at 14 units profit. You could quit there if you want. And now we're still on red and even. 4 units each. Right? 4 units each. And the next result is a 14. And bam, we exit. See how it shows that you exited? You exited the grid. There it is. On both at the same time. That doesn't always happen. Just so you know, this one could still be in play and this one could be an exit. And there you go. There's your 22 units. And that one didn't take long. Sometimes it takes a lot longer than that. They're all different. Remember, the roulette, we have no idea what's coming. So what we're doing is we are playing the calculation. Fortune formula is based on math. Now, we teach you that there are ways to use your own bet selection using the fortune formula grid as well. So there's multiple ways of using this. I showed you the built-in version of the fortune formula where it's telling us exactly what to bet, right? But there are other ways of doing this. There's other ways of doing this that we teach you inside of the course. There's 8 or 9 videos. There's PDFs. There's explanation. And very importantly, there's a way to take your small bankroll using the bankroll builder plan and blowing it up and going and using the casino money to increase what you're making. Okay? Increase your bet size on the casino's money. So this is just a little bit of a demo to show you guys what the roulette version is. Now remember, I can take these off. I'm going to delete these. Just click in here and delete. And the Google version looks a little different than this, right? The Google Sheet version that you'd use. So let's say you only wanted to play the red and black version. You would put the 0 in here as well. And now you're only going to be triggering red and black. Okay? And now you would only be given 1 bet on red and black. So if we put something in here like the first one is a virtual bet, like a 9. It's then going to trigger our first bet, right? Right here, 1 on red. And we're only going to get bets now here until we quit because we're happy with what we made or we exit our matrix that we set up, right? I am not showing you the matrix, okay? It's to the right of this. And you see that when you get the course, you're going to learn all about the matrices, the multiple different styles of the matrix. You're going to learn everything there is to know. And that's part of this. And you're always going to see the matrix in the journey that you're on. I'm not showing that in the videos. It's going to complicate too much and it's going to make the videos long and give away way too much. So that is a little bit of a look at the utilities for the fortune formula roulette. We'll see if we do a few more demos on the Baccarat, maybe even craps. We use the Baccarat version of this for craps, for bubble craps. And that's the story. I hope you guys still have a chance. When this video comes out, it's going to be a couple of days after we released the Fortune formula. If you look in the description, you'll see the link to the product page. If it's not there, that means we've already sold out of the allotted 75. We're only able to sell 75 by agreement. We're only selling 75 of these purchases initially, right? At the moment, at this price and everything else, we are only going to be selling 75. So if it's not there, unfortunately, we can put you on a waiting list if you want, or whatever it may be, but it's not going to be available for you right now. So if it's there, it's there. If you want to get a discount on it, you can join cruisecasinomafia.com. You can get access to all of our casino vault, which has over 700 systems right now. And you'll get a discount on this system, as well as any of the Paycheck systems, the Paycheck limited systems, which are coming out in the near future, and the ones that are currently available, like Baccarat Equalizer. All right, that's it for now. I hope you guys are still able to get in on the Fortune formula. If not, always look at the option of joining Cruise Casino Mafia to get access to over 700 of our private systems and all the other benefits that come with it. We have a passive income opportunity that involves the casino. Can't speak about it publicly, but the only people that can get involved with that are members of Cruise Casino Mafia. We have live events coming up. We're trying to do a cruise. We're trying to do a Las Vegas trip, a Biloxi trip. Lots of things planned in the near future, strictly for members. So have a great day. We'll see you on the inside of the Fortune formula.